I've got a surprise for you. No, it's not a shirtless photo of me. It is a video from the archives that I've redone for 2024. Let's get into it. We live in a world where in most cities, being gay is an acceptable part of life. Most of us can freely express ourselves. We have pride marches in most major cities. We can feel free to come out to our friends.
Well, I'm gay.
Yeah. No shit.
Oh, you guys knew this, right?
Streaming services have an abundance of gay content and social media is flooded with homoerotic videos. But it wasn't always like this. There was a time, even in Britain and America, that homosexuality was frowned upon and even illegal. There was a time when gay men had a secret code or phrase to identify each other to ensure that they didn't get into trouble or get arrested by simply interacting with each other. This is the origin story of the phrase friend of Dorothy.
Follow the yellow brick road.
The phrase friend of Dorothy is relatively obscure today, but it was a term that was popularized in the 1940s and 1950s when homosexuality was widely considered taboo and illegal in many places. Secret codes were used back in a time when the only thing to come out of the closet was clothing. So who came up with the phrase and why? Some people believe it was in reference to the poet Dorothy Parker, but many scholars and publications agree that the phrase was in reference to Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, and that the term was first coined by Frank Kameny.
When the fighting in World War II was at its height, he enlisted. He joined the army, he shipped out, he saw combat in Europe, and when he came back, he went to Harvard, he got his PhD, and with his Harvard PhD, he moved to Washington, took a job as an astronomer with the U.S. Army Map Service in 1956. In 1957, the U.S. Army Map Service fired him because he was gay.
To my knowledge, that was the first gay rights legal brief ever filed, and I must say after half a century, it still reads pretty well.
But why the specific phrase? Let's delve in deeper. The movie Wizard of Oz, which was released in 1939, was smack in the middle of Hollywood's Hays Code, as well as a dark time for gay equal rights. In the movie, Dorothy, the main character, travels to a magical land and befriends a group of characters including a scarecrow, a tin man and a cowardly lion. But what does this movie have to do with being gay besides the music and the colorful setting? Did you know I have a second channel? That's right, my second channel consists of original content, as well as me exploring the area that I live in, as well as some dad jokes. Ever wondered why golfers carry 2 pairs of pants? It's in case they get a hole in one. So what are you waiting for? Go on, check out my second channel. A link to that channel is in the description of this video. The Wizard of Oz is a colorful spectacle that stood the test of time and mirrored the lives of gay people of the time. Unable to live their lives freely and express love like straight people, many gay people felt the movie symbolized a willingness to live one's true self. Believe it or not, the 50s, 60s and 70s were filled with propaganda films like this one, warning against the dangers of homosexuals.
What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick, a sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious. A sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual, a person who demands an intimate relationship with members of their own sex.
These types of films would always portray gay people as sick pedophiles, alienating gay people even more without substantial proof. It wasn't easy being a gay man back then. It seemed like the whole world judged gay people, but one person didn't judge at all: Dorothy. In the movie, her willingness to accept those who were different was something all gay people saw as admirable. She immediately fit in with the colorful world and its quirky characters, befriending those who might be viewed as taboo or strange. Kameny compared the dull and drab world of Kansas to living in a closet, while the colorful world of Oz was a world of possibilities if gay people were allowed to live freely. As for the name of the channel, is it Friend of Dorothy or Friend of Dorothy's? Well, short answer, it is my channel and I can name it whatever I want. Just like Mr. Who's the Boss, whose channel's name doesn't have any spaces between the words. To all the grammar cops out there that feel they need to leave an FYI comment about the spelling of the channel's name, nobody likes being corrected, so just stop it.
There's some persuasive arguments that many of the grammatical errors that are frequently called out might not be errors at all. I'm Dr. Erica Brzozowski, and it's time to boldly break some grammar rules on other words.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, why not check out some of the other great videos on this channel.